It's okay, guys. We made it to the courthouse, MRPD, the hospital, and what is this, Home Depot too? Don't worry, we can do it all here. It's like fucking Costco in here.
Which side do you want?
Let's get defense on the left and
Sorry,
then
get your face out of my ass.
prosecution on the right. I don't really mind where Mr. South
fucking cuff
stands,
your leg, all right?
but let's get him cuffed to the table
He's
so
on
he
my
can
left.
have his hands free.
Do you want him to stand in the middle, Your Honor?
I don't care where he stands, so long as he's near
Where do
the
you want to
table.
stand, Ricky?
Right here. I want to make sure I look right deep into 𝑹𝒊𝒛𝒛's eyes.
Pike. Okay, that works too.
Sir, you gonna cuff me?
We're trying to.
Yep, just cuffing you to the table first.
Okay, okay.
He's thinking about. There we go.
All right. Let me uncuff you here.
Mr. Paralegal could join your side. Thank you.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's yeah, it is. It is. All right. First and foremost, here's my opening statement. Actually, give me one second.
Well, PD needs to go first to lay what's happening out.
I'm gonna treat this exactly like CG court. Hold on.
All right. So Ricky South is going to be facing those charges as mentioned earlier. Impersonating a government authority. I've placed all the clothing into the evidence locker. Principal trespassing, possession of controlled substance marijuana, firearm, meth, and oxy. And I had read the counts out earlier. The oxy is an account of 4, joint is count of 9, and meth count of 5. Gun came back clean, so we don't have to worry about any charges from the weapon itself. The individual came into, well, I'll say that for actual any sort of arguments regarding the charges, but effectively he came into MRPD, willfully instructed a cadet to let him in, and then proceeded to enter the closed space of MRPD, taking advantage of a cadet who did not know any better.
What'd I do, chat? What'd I do? What'd I do? What did I do? What did I do? What am I being arrested for?
And getting that cadet fired in the process.
What am I being arrested for?
Not really.
Impersonation.
All right. Defense, your opening statement.
Ricky,
Offer.
if you have one, you can go ahead and say it.
I do.
I do not have.
Yes, I do actually. Yes, thank you very much, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, thank you for your attention today. We stand before you to defend yours truly, Ricky Rizz, a man who has been wrongfully accused by the Los Santos Police Department of the crime of false impersonation of a police officer. We are here to demonstrate that this charge is not only baseless, but brainless. I threw that one in there. An unfortunate mistake that has led to an unjust detention of an innocent man by a fucking brain dead cop. Not on my left, but on my right, your left. We show you that Mr. Rizz did not in any way present himself as a police officer. Wait. Present himself as a police officer with the intent of deceive or harm. With the intent to deceive or harm. While the prosecution may suggest that Mr. Rizz's actions were intended to impersonate an officer, the facts of this case will reveal otherwise. Oh.
Insert dramatic pause.
Thank you. The evidence will demonstrate that Mr. Rizz's actions were either misunderstood or misinterpreted by those involved, and that there is no intent or action on his part that would legally constitute the crime of false impersonation. As we proceed, you will hear testimony and see evidence that paints a picture of a man who would, rather than seeking to mislead or confuse the public, was simply in a situation where circumstances led to this unfortunate accusation. We believe that when you review the facts carefully, Mr. 𝑹𝒊𝒛𝒛, you will find no evidence that proves beyond a reasonable doubt that Mr. Rizz was ever impersonated by a law enforcement officer. The burden of proof lies with the prosecution, and they...
Continue.
The burden of proof lies with the prosecution, and they must prove that Mr. Rizz knowingly... Your Honor, I'd like you to really hone in on this. They must prove that Mr. Rizz knowingly and intentionally posed as a police officer with clear intention to deceive or commit an unlawful act. We will demonstrate that this was never the case. We ask that you keep an open mind throughout this trial and carefully consider the evidence that will be presented. By the end of this case, we are confident that you will see that Mr. Rizz is innocent of all charges brought against him and that he should be acquitted of all accusation by brain-dead MRPD cops. Suck on that, Justice. Officer, not you. Sorry, not you. Sorry.
I think you meant to say suck on that, officers?
Officers, yeah. That's how I'm saying.
Yeah.
At the
What
end,
the hell's your speechwriter?
did counsel have anything to add in there?
No.
Yeah, I want to clarify. Has Mr. Rizz been read the burdens of proof for impersonation of a government authority?
I don't believe he has.
Ms. Burke, did you happen to read him the burden of proof for impersonation of a government authority?
No, I did not end up reading him the burdens of proof at
So-
this time.
They also
Just so
never read
everyone's
my
on the same
Miranda
page.
rights, FYI.
Oh,
This could be an entire mistrial, by the way.
well, you can appeal for that later.
Really.
He didn't answer any questions pertinent to the case, so it's
Yeah, you
irrelevant
did. You
to
did. You
reading
asked me
this.
why I did it, and you
Yes,
asked me
but
where
you
I got it.
didn't. Yeah, but he didn't answer any questions, so I'm not bringing any evidence that would have been collected through that to the case, so your Miranda rights were irrelevant.
Mistrial.
Yeah. That's,
Continue, Vel. Continue, Your Honor.
yeah. So just so everyone is aware of what the burdens of proof are, I'm going to read them out. So the first burden of proof. The defendant falsely claimed, either verbally or through action, such as wearing a uniform or presenting credentials to be a government official. Or the defendant used a government uniform, badge, or any other identifiable marker of authority or verbally asserting their authority. And, so one of the first two, and the defendant's actions caused harm or led to improper access to privileges, services, or information.
Actually, chat, I might win this. Hold on. I might win this. Hold up. I might win this, actually. Yep.
Alrighty, Lieutenant Pike, if you would like to present any evidence, or if you have a witness you want to call, you can do that too.
All right. In the evidence locker, which I don't know if you can see this or not. I don't know what everyone's abilities are. There is one.
None of the above, chat, low-key. Hold on.
FNX labeled PWI 983 that was seized from his possession. It came back as clean. In evidence locker, there is 4 bottles of Oxy seized from Ricky's possession. 9 joints seized from his possession, and 5 bags of meth seized from his possession. Additionally, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces of clothing, which were seen earlier on his person, now in the evidence locker, all belonging to the BCSO. Complete uniform set from the BCSO, including shoes and sunglasses and
Dude.
stick on mat.
Pardon me, I've grown so much in this,
beard.
and I've grown so, like, I've enjoyed. Dazzle, think of the 6-month resub, by the way, bro. I appreciate you, man. Your Honor, can I speak?
I don't believe that Pike is done.
Oh.
So hold on.
I just wasn't sure when he was actually going to input something of relevance.
And I believe there was a badge belt or badge that was on his belt that was LSPD, not a BCSO badge, but that's
Objection. Were you able to identify that badge?
I mean, I can pull it back out. It looks like it's a LSPD badge.
Please zoom in on it. I'd love to see it.
If you look in evidence, there is now a photo. It appears with an LSPD badge and the full uniform taken in the cells.
Objection, Your Honor. The BCSO does not exist.
They don't exist. How'd you get their clothing?
Well, could have been anybody. Maybe it was just a Halloween outfit that got left behind. How am I supposed to know, Your Honor? There's no BCSO.
I'm gonna overrule that. Just because a department does not necessarily be active within the city does not make the department like non-existent. The department still exists even if it is not currently staffed.
Sir, when was the last time you saw any information regarding the BCSO come to surface?
I'm not here to answer questions, Ricky.
Oh, sorry. Okay, well, just to make this known, when was the last time that we had ever seen the BCSO in effect to where it was relevant in this city? I have not.
Roughly 2 years, 4 months ago, and is currently being planned for staffing in the near future.
Your Honor, how am I supposed to know that? I'm not on the other side of the legal lines. I have no idea what the objection or what the objective is of the BCSO. I have no idea. I have no idea what direction that's going to go in. I don't know if it's staffed. I don't even know if it's a real entity. For all I knew, that was just a Halloween costume that was left over.
Like, is there any more evidence you would like to point out? Statements or anything like that?
I have a statement from the cadet, Cadet Lowe. Cadet Lowe was standing in MRPD main lobby when 2 individuals wearing black clothing entered and informed me they had been robbed by 2 officers in gray clothing, and which had vests that said sheriff. I informed them that I was not sure who said individuals were, but I would look for an officer to speak about it. Shortly after this, I observed 2 individuals wearing sheriff's clothing into the PD, and I made contact with them and informed them of the complaint that I received earlier. Then, assuming they instead of then, informed me they were my superior officers and that they were going to take drug money legally seized off or wait,
did I do that?
And they were taking drug money legally off a criminal. After this, they issued me an order to follow them into the evidence room, which I did, believing at the time that they were in fact my superior officers. Shortly after this, Eric Pike, myself, came walking down the hallway and began issuing orders to the 2 individuals that they were trespassing or going to be detained. A short foot chase ensued in the back hallways, and the individuals were detained shortly after. Cadet Hale, would you like to read in your report into the evidence?
Don't 07 me, Erica. Don't 07 me.
Yes, sir, I can. So,
Can you come back closer so everyone can hear good?
Say it with your chest.
Just read it verbatim if you want.
So, Cadet Hale was standing in the hallway in front of the forensics room when he heard a door unlocked.
Chat, we can win this, don't worry.
When he turned around, he noticed the cadet was letting 2 individuals in BCSO clothing through the secure doors of MRPD, specifically the furthest east doors. At this time, Lieutenant Pike and Officer Hunter rounded the corner in front of the triage bay and began to question what the cadet was doing. As they were questioning this, the cadet was letting them into the evidence room. At this time, Lieutenant Pike had pulled lethal while Hale and Hunter pulled non-lethal. He was given a command to leave, and a door was opened for him. When he failed to leave, a taser was deployed, and an attempt was made to apprehend him. At that point, he began to
objection, Your Honor. Objection. Objection.
What's the objection?
Falsified information. The door was never left open, and I was never asked to leave with the door being open. Continue.
You can mention it when it's on your side. It's not really an objection.
Okay.
Please continue, Officer Hale.
When he failed to leave, a taser was deployed, and an attempt was made to apprehend him. At this point, he began to run east towards the triage bay and made a northbound turn towards the armory and locker room. At this time, Hale turned to the south and proceeded to the 2nd floor to prevent losing sight of the suspect. Hale then ran down the northern set of stairs back to the 1st floor. At this time, as Hale arrived on the 1st floor, the suspect was
Don't throw that, Ricky.
and attempted to be cuffed 2 more times.
Why can't I throw it?
I'll give you contempt.
What?
Don't throw that. I will give you contempt.
Okay. Why can't I throw that snowball, bro? I can't throw it, chat. I wouldn't let me throw it.
The suspect was tased and attempted to be cuffed 2 more times, at which time he was then apprehended and failed to
My emotional support snowball.
That is the statement, Your Honor.
Wonderful.
I can't throw it, chat. I literally couldn't throw it. Your Honor, may I speak?
Yep, defense's turn.
As you can see here, both of these cops are completely brain dead. Number one. Number two, nobody gave me an offer to leave the building. The offer to leave the building was only made after the doors were locked. I can't leave a building if it's locked. But prior to that, they were already attempting to tase me and shoot me if I didn't leave. But they weren't letting me leave. So, Your Honor, how would I leave in that situation if they are threatening me but the doors are locked? Now, see, what did you say earlier about the grounds for... what did you say? What were the words you used?
Burdens of proof.
The burdens of proof, right? And you said that I had to use those burdens of proof to gain a legal authorization, if you will. I never used those burdens of proof for a legal authorization. They just simply told you right there and then that the cadet simply let me in. Don't 07 me, chat. It's gonna work. It's gonna work.
You have more, sir?
Yes.
think audio stuff, yeah.
Yes, we do, actually. I'd like to take a quick recess.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
You're still cuffed to the table.
You're still cuffed.
I am cuffed, actually. I'd like to
We'll
speak.
give you the room.
Thank you. Your Honor, is it okay with you if I call down a witness?
Was he the other person dressed like a sheriff?
No.
Who is it?
But what if it was?
Well, then they'd have to admit that they may have potentially also been impersonating a government authority.
Okay, if I could have the room for a moment. Why don't I call down this other cop to prove the fact that, well, see, first of all, him and I would both be innocent. Am I right? Listen, what they just said right there on their statement, they have nothing. All it was the cadet letting me in the room, and then they told me they pretty much told me they were going to tase me if I didn't leave, but the doors were locked. That was it. That's all they had. Richard, can you be what am I getting again? A witness. Can you be my witness?
Be a witness. And give
Where
a
are
witness
you?
statement.
I need you to come down to MRPD.
I'm in my outfit. They're gonna
No,
get my
change-
It's up to
change-
him if he wants
Change
to
outfits.
admit it.
Change outfits. Okay. You were a bystander, and you were sitting in the couch at the front. Completely change your look.
Okay.
Yeah, you were a bystander. You were sitting in the corner, and you were observing all this, and you ran out when you started hearing the people stabbing. Remember the people were getting stabbed.
You said that they shot the place up.
They shot or they stabbed. I don't know. Someone was shooting. A lot.
Okay.
And
Okay.
that's when you ran out.
Okay.
So when you come down to MRPD, but change your outfits like look like you always do.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, Richard. Love you. I'll see you in a sec. All right. So he's gonna come down here and pretty much testify as a witness sitting on the couch on the side. What do you guys think?
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, let me just check one thing really quickly.
All right. And then on top of that, they still don't have anything. They have nothing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna ask him, and then they're gonna cross-examine. Okay, they're gonna cross-examine. But all he's gonna do is say that, yeah, I heard them yell, "Leave or you will be tased," but they locked the doors on him, and that's it, right? And then it's false imprisonment on their end, correct or no?
No, it really wouldn't be false imprisonment.
False imprisonment's more of if a random Joe Schmo in the street took somebody and placed them in the room, locked away.
Okay, but this guy can prove that cadet walked up and said, "Yeah, follow me." correct?
I mean, so if you were in uniform, and especially if you did actually tell him that you were his supervisor, then they have you fucked on impersonating. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, but no, he
Even
said.
with
But they said
BCSO
it.
not being an active department.
I know it's not an active department though. That's the thing. Is that they don't. There's no way they have a case here. There's just no way.
They do. You also had an LSPD badge, which so even if the BCSO shit
I knew I should have put that badge on chat. I was.
you still had the LSPD badge, and they can try to push
What if it-
impersonation off just that badge and probably get it. Because you did get unauthorized access to the building. Which you wouldn't have gotten as a civilian. And you had a badge of LSPD on you. So that's the two birds. Right?
Hey, have they asked me yet where I got? Have they asked me where I got the clothing from? Other
They
than
have not.
they have not, right?
No.
So if you guys bring up in testimony, maybe put me on the stand. Put me on the stand. Let these guys cross-examine me. I found that outfit on the side of the building. It was just on the side of the building
Of this building,
of MRPD, and I put it on. I walked in.
I would highly recommend that.
Why?
Doing that, I would say you found it at Bingo.
That's what I should say.
You found it at Bingo and it had a clearance sale for Halloween costume. That is your only play.
Okay. We'll do that.
So here's the thing.
Lizzie, thank you for the 5 gifted. Chat, 43
We
subs a
wouldn't
day,
really be
man.
able to
Lizzie,
do
thank you so
that
much for the 5.
because of the fact of the way the clothing stores are, you know?
Yeah.
So
Well,
we
say
wouldn't
a
really be able
random.
to
Guys,
do that.
W's in the chat for Lizzie dropping a cool 5er.
I'm
Thank you,
gonna be
Lizzie.
honest with you, Ricky. The best thing to do here would be just go for a guilty plea and try to get a reduction, but it's way too fucking late for that.
No, I want to be
So-
compensated. Am I in a position here to be compensated like $50,000?
No,
Are you sure about
That's
this?
a lot of money.
you're in a position here where you're probably going to jail no matter what. So
Really?
yeah. Like at the very least, they're hitting you with the meth, the oxy, the weed, and the firearm.
The firearm, listen, the firearm came with the BCSO outfit, okay?
Yeah, that one's not gonna
Yeah,
work, I'm gonna be honest with you. That one's
Still your
not gonna
prison.
work.
Yo, Black,
Unfortunately,
my
it's still in
man.
your
Black, I appreciate
possession,
you, bro. Black,
and
thank you for the 5. Get the chat. We got a little hype
gotta
train
leave
going
the
right now.
firearm.
Black, thank you so much, man.
So, what I would say would be the best thing here is, well, so here's the thing.
Nah,
Velas
glitchy.
already
Mate,
said
I mean,
that it doesn't matter that BCSO is not currently an actively
yeah, but you saw him.
patrolling department.
But you did see him budge on that a little bit, because it's not. You saw him budge on that a little bit. I think we can get him to drop that altogether.
I don't know about drop it, to be honest with you.
Did food, water, Ricky?
Let me see. Guys, I'm not incriminating myself.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
Your probably best idea here would be push this through on, like, go through on this.
What do you mean by that?
Like, either continue on with this or drop the bench trial, and
Good walking
then
in.
try to see if you can get a transport. Also, they're coming in.
Trying to give you a little
ready?
massage here.
Yes.
Warm you up.
Oh, thank you for that. Actually, that feels so
Getting-
good. Yeah. Yes.
Yes,
I'd
sir.
like
Welcome up, Richard.
to. Your Honor.
Hold on, let us all get in here. Including your witness.
Got these bustin'-sized chairs.
Chairs are abnormally big now that you say that.
they are
Yeah.
bustin'-sized chairs.
Bro came in.
Bustin'-cider sized.
Bro came in with the same fucking beard, bro.
Alrighty.
He's so annoying.
Yeah, it's a little weird. I had to go
Alright,
from
it is
the
to the
other side
defenses.
position myself.
Yeah.
I will tell the witness you'll be sworn in, and you will be able to be cross-examined by the prosecution. So just keep that in mind.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you gonna call him up to it now, or?
Yes, I would like to call Richard Juan Julio to the stand.
That's not my name.
Richard 𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒚 to the stand.
It's close.
𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒚.
I don't
Oh,
even know
you
what
go
to
over
do.
to where the
do
mic
you
is.
say your
is-
last name, Richard?
It's YQ.
Can you stand over? Oh, I think you gotta go stand over there.
by the
Richard, can you
little mic.
spell your last name?
WOYTKIW.
Is
Sir, I need to be in my thoughts for 1/2 a second.
let me get out of your way.
Okay, just let us know when you're ready.
Well, I knew that you're quick at everything else.
Actually effective, not gonna lie.
Day for paralegal.
Get away from me. I'm ready.
We're waiting for Mr. So.
I mean, he's not questioning me, is he?
He wants to
Whisper.
question you himself.
He called you as a
so
witness.
We're letting him do
God.
it.
Hope you know what you're signing up
Honestly,
for.
He
sounds
wants to
fun.
do it himself.
But
we're
he's
letting
an
him do it.
idiot.
Yeah, well, as soon as he's,
What does that
nodding his
make you
head, I
for
will
agreeing to come here?
let him know.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
gonna
just a
go
witness.
think about something for a hot minute. So it'll be like maybe a minute or two.
How's your day, Judge?
It's going pretty good.
Shame.
What the hell?
Why is that a
Richard?
shame?
Huh?
Huh?
Sorry, chat. I had to feed my cat real quick. You guys, take me to the hype train, man.
I have no idea
Okay.
what you're talking about.
All right, I am back, Your Honor.
You stand over there.
I am
with him.
going to just give you a warning, Mr. Sass, since you are inclined to question the witness yourself. Anything you say will open the scope for prosecution to also question about it. So just bear that in mind
Fuck, dude.
when you're asking questions. You may begin whenever you are ready.
Thank you. Also, Tarts, it's good to see you here. You look sharp.
Thank you. I mean, I'm just here as an observer.
There's a reason why Tarts is the #1 cop in this department. He's the only guy with 2 brain cells or more. Your Honor, I'm going to approach the witness.
How long was that chain on that cuff?
Really think the chain was
Yeah, it's 20 feet.
Say, you've got to be at the end of it.
I am.
You can't, you can't table dance here.
You were kind of close enough when you were in the middle
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, you're right. Let's do that.
without the prosecution.
Richard.
Mm-hmm.
Is it true that you were in MRPD today around 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time? Maybe 11:30.
I don't know. That's not my time zone. I can't testify to that.
Well,
You dummy.
as I was being wrongfully accused for the impersonation of a fake officer that doesn't exist in a department that doesn't exist, I could only help to notice that I saw a man in a leather jacket, brown leather jacket that is, in the corner of MRPD.
Mm.
And this individual was sitting on one of the white couches placed out over yonder. And as I was sitting there, getting beaten, tased, wrongfully accused, harassed, physically and mentally, I couldn't help but notice but this sharp, young stallion of a man in a brown leather jacket was sitting right there observing all this. Is this true, Richard?
Is it true that there was a handsome man in a leather jacket sitting on a white couch?
By the name of
What
Richard,
are you asking
yes.
me right now?
Yes.
Oh, you're asking if I was sitting on that couch. Well, why didn't you just say so?
Yes, that's correct. That's correct.
Yeah, I was
Bro just lied on the
on
stand.
that couch.
And when you were sitting on this couch, what did you observe? Did you see somebody?
I saw somebody.
In a quote-unquote BCSO sheriff's outfit?
You.
Correct.
Yeah, I saw you impersonating.
And when you saw this young, handsome stallion of a man as well, being dressed in this BCSO outfit, did you happen to notice that he was... Well, let me rephrase the question, Your Honor. When you observed that BCSO cop, did it look like he was wrongfully using his outfit, uniform, to get access to MRPD in the back room? Or was he simply following a cadet? They're not going to object. You should object to leading.
I witnessed you bark orders at the cadet to let you in the back.
I'm going to kill Richard, bro. I'm definitely going to kill Richard. And what were those orders that you quote-unquote heard?
My keys are a little rusty. Can you let me in to the evidence locker?
Bitch, that's what he said. Oh my God, bro. Oh, really?
Yeah.
You heard this individual say that?
Why do you keep referring to yourself as this individual? We're talking about you right now.
I don't think we're gonna have any questions.
I was gonna ask if I could, but like,
What the hell am I
at
gonna
this point,
ask?
there's
He's
no fucking
literally.
point. The only questions I could ask would hurt us.
I know.
Do you have more questions, Mr. South?
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I couldn't help but to hear the fucking peanut gallery over there.
That happens.
And when you saw this guy say, quote unquote, "These are my keys are rusty, can you let me in?" When he said that, did it look like he was trying to use his uniform to break in, or was he simply just following the cadet? Please answer this.
Oh no, at no point were you using your uniform status to imply that you were an officer. It was just that your keys that you never claimed were PD keys were rusty, and you know.
I'm sorry, did he say PD keys or keys?
Oh, you just stop saying he. We're
This
talking
individual,
about
this individual.
You. Say I. You're making this
Now,
weird.
okay, was I saying PD keys or keys?
Oh, just keys. You never claimed they were PD keys. No, sir.
Thank you very much for that. And also, when you were sitting there observing this passively on a white couch, casting couch, did you also happen to observe the police officer say, "Stop what you're doing right now. Walk out that door and leave, or we will kill you"?
Well, I don't think they threatened to kill you, but yes, they did. The officers did shout, "Leave, leave," and then proceeded to lock you inside the hallway so you could not leave, and then followed that up with tasing you.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Prosecution.
I'm gonna walk this way with my 20-foot chain dramatically, okay? And I'm gonna swap spots here.
Isn't he still cuffed to the table? Or did y'all not recuff him?
It's 20 feet long. It's 20 feet
It's a
long.
really long one. It's fine.
Okay.
He can't go out of the room.
I mean,
Butcher.
show me what you
It's
got.
cocked.
My
Yes, I do have a.
my handcuffs caught on that glass of milk.
Richard.
Richard
what-
is throw away.
Yeah.
It's fucking dumb. He's dumb as
Richard,
fuck.
What set of white couches were you sitting
I'm sorry,
on?
sir. Speak loud and say with your chest. Holy shit, Your Honor. Who is this guy?
Where specifically was this white couch that you were sitting on?
I'd be careful.
In the lobby.
Damn it.
In the lobby, would you say it was the northern side of the lobby, southern side of the lobby? Was it towards the back near the coffee stand? Was it towards the entrance?
Never eat soggy wieners. It was by
He's
the
an
plant.
idiot.
By the plant.
I get your number
Mm.
for this.
There's like
Okay.
50 fucking plants in here.
And when you kept describing the situation, you only referred to one individual. Is that correct?
Mm.
I'm sorry?
I during my testimony, I only referred to the individual that Ricky asked me about. Yes, he was referring to a singular individual.
Yeah,
So-
objection, Your Honor. Leading.
It's cross-examination. They're allowed to lead.
Okay.
So just to make sure, you only saw one individual in the Blaines County Sheriff's Office uniform.
Well,
Is that correct?
that's never what I said. I only answered questions about the single individual that Ricky referred to.
Objection, scope. Your Honor, the other candidate that this officer is referring to is not the one being questioned right now.
He asked if he referred to us.
Well, he did ask me if I was claiming
Correct.
to have only seen one, but that was never in question because I was only being asked about a single person, not a duo.
Okay.
I agree. I'll sustain that. That's a different question.
Yes. We're getting so good, Chad. Are we getting smarter?
Okay. And when this individual mentioned that they had rusty keys, was anything else said to the
No.
cadet, or did
Chad,
the cadet
shut up.
respond with any
Listen.
any sort of rebuttal to the statement?
No. Okay. You guys all think I'm getting dumber?
The cadet
Don't answer that,
said,
actually.
"Sure, I'll open the
This
door."
room smells like spoiled milk.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Could the witness please restate what he just said?
Why?
The cadet said, "Sure, I'll open the door."
Thank you. Do you use a lot of Downy?
What's that?
Sure. He's just telling me that, handing it over to me.
Oh,
So, because it wasn't abundantly clear during the
Sir, can you please speak up?
questioning here. All right. So, because it wasn't abundantly clear during the questioning, can you identify the person that was wearing the sheriff's uniform?
yeah, it's that man over there in the black suit.
Got it.
Ricky.
Okay. Perfect. And would you say that it looked like
Okay,
an
you can stop
official
playing,
police
Richard.
uniform, including badge and identifiable markers and patches on the shoulders?
No, because SDSO is not a faculty of state as of now.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. Could you please ask the witness to repeat what he just said? I couldn't hear him.
To my knowledge, I'm not a
Closer, Mr. Snow?
expert.
Thanks, Richard's an op.
I just asked him
Reels
if it-
in reels
the-
in Ricky's chains.
if he was able to understand that it looked like a police uniform. Not asking him to qualify as an expert witness, nor determine if it is or is not, just if it looked like a police uniform.
Well, I mean, a Halloween costume from Walmart can look like a police uniform, you know.
Or
Did it
Bingo.
look like
Correct.
a Halloween costume version, or did it look like something that might have construed as an actual uniform.
It looked pretty bargain binny.
I mean, we are poor.
Objection, Your Honor. The building that we're standing in is definitely at least $50 million upward.
Yeah. I know. I never was under. I was never under any confusion that
There was no
a
objection
police
there.
because it had a
There really
big
was no
text
objection.
on the chest that said sheriff.
Using police in a royal sort of we term here. Law enforcement officer. How about that?
Sheriff.
The LEO would encompass all forms of law enforcement. I'm just asking, to an untrained individual, seeing somebody wearing a uniform like that, would you believe it to be a law enforcement officer of some sort?
Please say no.
Well, as I have never been pulled over by any sort of
Okay.
Been pulled over?
I've never been pulled over by any SDSO officers. You know, as far as my knowledge goes, they're a dying breed.
I
So
didn't ask that question.
Your Honor,
personally-
objection. I mean, I'm sorry, is Richard supposed to be a, what do they call a somebody who?
Qualified expert?
No, not that. You know, what do they call it? Like when you like a lot of wine, you know all your wines. What's that called? You're a connoisseur. I'm sorry,
Connoisseur?
is Richard supposed to be a fucking LEO connoisseur?
I'm just asking if he would be able to, now, to an untrained eye, think that uniform that was being worn would have construed you as a LEO.
Oh, you know,
I'll withdraw the question.
I'm willing to overrule that objection simply because, Ricky, you asked him if he had seen you in a sheriff's uniform. So he would have to know what that looks like in order to say that. So either he doesn't know what it looks like, and he gave false testimony just now when you questioned him.
Oh, I know what it looks
like. And he needs to answer.
Well, I'm not,
You know what it
Your
looks
Honor.
like.
I'm not arguing that. I'm just arguing that
Oh, I
this,
know what it looks like. He was wearing he was wearing it.
the prosecution is just leading with all this. I mean, he's
they're
asked
allowed
some
to do
several
that.
questions. He's asked some several questions about his knowledge on sheriff department uniforms.
Or on cross-examination.
They're allowed to do that, Mr. South.
Open the scope.
I'm really just trying to. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just doing it.
So,
Continue, Pike.
yeah. I don't know. I
You
don't
know, if I were to draw a comparison, right, I'd say that someone like the strippers over at Moore's, you guys should all check out Moore's. It's pretty good business. They suck dick for free over there.
Yep.
You know, some of the strippers,
Yeah, Richard
you
does
know,
it, actually.
they dress up in police uniforms and they will handcuff their customers to the table. And quite frankly, you know, I
Huge.
believe that they were officers
Yeah, I know, Biggs.
over Ricky looking like a sheriff.
Have you interacted with many cadets?
Exactly, Salinity. Exactly.
Oh, cadets? Yeah, I searched them out.
How gullible do you think they are?
You guys get these guys off the fucking help wanted ads, don't you? They're
That
pretty
as
gullible.
yes. Oh, perfect,
Yeah.
perfect. Do you think that they're idiots at times and easily fooled?
Yeah,
You easily fooled one?
dumbasses, fucking lame brain, 0 IQ, fucking shouldn't have a job working at a fucking fast food restaurant looking ass.
Okay, he might get fired now. He might get fired. He might get fired.
That was the guy, wasn't it? Am I mistaken? That was him?
I don't know. This is a different one.
Well, they all look the same.
Chris, do you have any questions?
Huh?
Just observing.
No, I'm just observing.
Gotcha.
Your Honor, am I allowed to do another cross-examination if they are done?
You'll be able to
A
do a redirect
bottle,
based on the
yeah.
questions that they have asked whenever they are finished.
Okay.
I've got no further questions.
Alrighty. Do you have any redirect, Mr. South? You may ask them now.
More of a blanket statement here. Richard, these strippers that you quote unquote see down at Moore's Club, by the way, 10 out of 10 club. Again, suck dick for free, free comp shots, all busting all over the place. Do you see these strippers?
Objection, Your Honor. Facts, not in evidence.
I'm going to sustain.
I
that
have an
objection.
erection.
God damn.
That is not within the record, Mr. Richard.
I do not want that entered into evidence.
No, wait.
Someone place
Clerk.
that statement in evidence.
Clerk, please
currently,
strike that from the
That,
evidence.
statement is needed in the evidence. Someone please place that in the evidence.
Just gonna note.
Sorry, Mr. South. You can continue.
Okay. Wait. So did you sustain that, or just his dick erection? Excuse me.
I sustained all of it.
Okay.
And sustained it.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay. If one of the officers want to escort Mr. Richard out, pretty wonderful.
Oh, you want to get it?
I can. Yep.
He texted me. Who is this? Can't report me to my own website. I run the thing.
Chat, are the cops laughing? Are these cops streaming?
Imagine if I didn't object to that. We would have had his erection on record.
Well, his statement's still on record about him having an erection. So
Yeah, that's
the rest of
Facts
it.
not in evidence.
that
I
needs
did
to
one
be
check.
put. That needs to be
That's
put
true.
in the.
You know what? He's right. It wasn't an evidence. No one took a photo. So
Objection. Not
Shit.
sizable enough.
never happened. No.
Not sizable enough for evidence.
How did you
Objection.
see it?
Did not roll dice.
He literally sucks dick for free. You think he's not showing his cock around in Moore's Club?
Objection, I can draw from
Watching?
memory.
Yep. There you go. Phil, I think I actually saw you
Okay.
down there once. Oh, go ahead.
I've
Go
never
ahead.
been there. Alrighty. Do you have anything else to defense?
Yes, I do, Your Honor, actually.
Is it going to be evidence, or are you making a blanket statement?
Well, give me 1 second.
It's going to be a statement that can wait for closing.
Um, 1 second. Your Honor, may I hand you something?
What is it?
Well, I'm going to hand it to you and you're going to find out.
Sure.
I'd like the court to know that what is in my hand right here, right now, is exactly what one of the officers handed me and said. Actually, I want to strike this entire thing. I'd like to actually remove that entire sentence. Clerk, could you strike that, please?
Stricken from the record. You have anything else, Mr. Seth?
That's it.
Okay.
I was going to say when he was
If
beating
you
my
wanna
ass, but
step
I'd be lying.
back, right, you stay right there too. If you want to start preparing your closing statement, I'll let
My-
Pike go, and then it'll be yours.
Your Honor, when you're innocent, your closing statement's been prepared for months.
Perfect. Lieutenant Pike, whenever you're ready.
Okay.
I was going to hand him a med kit and say this is what he gave me when he was beating my
Prosecution, we
ass.
can go last.
But I thought that'd be so. That was going to be a lie. We're going to have a perjury.
Go ahead, Ricky South, if you're ready.
Thank you, Your Honor. Also, I'd like to thank you specifically, Vel Meadows, state ID
477.
477, as well as the esteemed members of the jury. Today we stand before you. Now that the evidence has been introduced, with clear truth about the false charges.
Says, well, we role playing now.
God damn it, Vane, you
we weren't
fucking
number
idiot.
one Warzone
Okay.
player anymore.
1 second, sir. I need to restart. We stand before you with the clear truth about the false charges leveled against my client, myself, Mr. Ricky Rizz. The Los Santos Police Department, in their haste, wrongfully arrested Mr. Rizz for the alleged crimes of false impersonation of a police officer, knowing that he did not, in fact, use that for any type of unauthorized leverage. I made that one up, Chad. That sounded good, right? That sounded good. For the false impersonation of a police officer. However, we have demonstrated throughout this trial the evidence that simply does not support their claims. While I am claiming that these officers here knew that I could have potentially have found this as a late Halloween costume, and they still decided to use near lethal force. The prosecution has failed to provide credible proof that Mr. Rizz ever intended to deceive anyone into believing that he was a law enforcement officer, as stated by Richard. There was no uniform badge or official insignia that would have led to anyone to reason to believe that's a lie. He was impersonating a police officer, as the BCO is not an authorized LEO at this current moment in time. The interactions Mr. Rizz had with the officers and citizens involved were harmless. Harmless. And there was no malicious intent behind them. Further, the arrest itself was based on assumptions rather than facts. Oh! The Los Santos PD rushed to the conclusions without conducting a...
_LiveX says, can we get this show on the road? You rant
guys
more than
shut up,
TK
dude?
at this point.
Excuse
Okay,
me, Your
pause.
Honor. Further, the arrest itself was based on assumptions rather than facts. The Los Santos PD rushed to conclusions without conducting a proper investigation into the circumstances that surrounded the situation. And I would like to add that they didn't investigate the circumstances surrounding the situation. You want to know why? Because Lieutenant Abercrombie Tarts was not there. As a result, Mr. Rizz's reputation and personal life were unjustly tarnished as he is running for mayor. As a result, this case is not upholding the law, but about the consequences of wrongful arrest. We have shown through witness testimony and compelling evidence that there is no case for false impersonation. The facts do not support the accusations made by the prosecution, and the arrest was not based on any real wrongdoing by Mr. Rizz. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we ask you look beyond the claims made by the Los Santos Police Department and base your decision on the facts presented here today. My client, Mr. Ricky Rizz, has done nothing wrong. He is an innocent man running for mayor, a man with 5 kids, one wife, 2 dogs, a pug, a labradoodle, 4 dogs, a Great Dane, and a Golden Doodle. He
What do you mean the 2
represents
dogs he forgot?
everything that Los Santos stands for. Not only
hug
does
us.
he represent everything about Los Santos, but he embodies the American flag with the utmost upright respect. He has never committed a crime in the last 24 hours. I went a little rogue there.
It's actually factually true.
Thank you. He is innocent man, wronged by a careless, unjust arrest. We respectfully ask for your verdict of not guilty. Thank you, Your Honor, and suck it, prosecution.
Really quickly, I would also like to add, I would like his statement stating that Ricky not having committed a crime within the last 24 hours, him stating that that is true, considering this incident has happened within the past 2 hours, that would indicate to the officer admitting that he did not commit a crime here.
All right, we're
Boom.
ordering semantics. Hasn't been convicted.
That was an incredible addition. Thank you very much.
What is going on?
Your Honor, I would
The
also
usual
like to
Los
ask.
Angeles.
I would like
Luckily,
to
we're nice
ask.
and safe inside this secure government building.
Your Honor, I would like to ask. Actually, I have a special request here, and maybe all parties would be inclined to vote for this. I would like to ask that the viewers at home watching this on live television and live on Twitter be responsible for the guilty or not guilty plea.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen.
But this is not American Idol.
Fuck, chat, I tried. I was going to try to get you guys in on it.
That might be a thing in hood court, but sorry, we can't do that in
Okay.
actual court.
It was explained. What happened,
Whenever
Lex?
you're ready, Pike, you can start your closing.
All right, Your Honor. The burdens of proof here that we're looking for is simply the preponderance of evidence. Mere simple proof that he has committed each of these crimes per the burdens listed in the penal code. This is not a full trial. He's not pled not guilty. It's simply a snap trial in the moment.
Was that good, VK? You guys like that?
Impersonating a government employee, or in this case, impersonating of a government authority. Burdens of proof are a two-prong. There's an or statement. The defendant falsely
Yeah,
claims,
I know, Organic,
either
I know.
verbally or through
I know.
actions being the important part, such
Sorry,
as
Lex.
wearing a uniform or presenting credentials to be a government official. Or the defendant used the government uniform, badge, or other identifiable marker of authority, or verbally asserted their authority, and the defendant's actions caused harm or led to improper access to privileged services or information. So, with that said, per Cadet Lowe's own statement, then they informed me they were my superior officers and that they were taking drug money legally off a criminal. After this,
Did I
they
say that?
issued me an order to follow them into the evidence
objection,
room,
Your Honor,
which I
objection.
believe
You don't object during closing
He
statement.
did not read my Miranda rights, so that should be striked from evidence.
that is the statement from another officer, not an answer from you.
I was there. Remember my rights. We have to strip that. Your Honor.
No,
One, we don't do objections and closing statements. Two, this is not your testimony, and therefore it's not a. You're not incriminating yourself with this. It is someone else speaking.
Sorry, Your Honor.
After this, they issued me an order to follow them into the evidence room, which I believe at the time they were in fact my superior officers. Using their government uniform to assert authority, causing improper access to privileges. Additionally, falsely claiming through action, such as wearing a uniform, to be a government official. They have gained access to MRPD to the closed space, which they do not have access to, by implying the fact that they have the ability to access and taking advantage of a cadet.
I know,
who did
right,
not
Bones?
know any better.
We're
who is
getting
now
there. We're getting
terminated
there. We're getting there. We're getting
because
there.
of Ricky South's actions. Not really. He's actually not fired. I'm just going to hold it against him forever. That they were indeed his superiors. On his person was an F and X entered into evidence. On his person was oxy entered into evidence, marijuana, meth. And in evidence, we have multiple pieces of uniform
I said
from
GBT.
a sheriff's
Fuck.
office, including a picture of the defendant wearing said uniform in the cells. Your Honor, I believe that we've met the burden of proof
Why is this
to a
guy's mouth
preponderance of
open?
evidence on each of these charges here, demonstrated by everything in evidence as well as testimony from other officers. Ricky South took advantage of a situation, whatever his intentions were, and gained access to secured areas in MRPD using deceitful tactics and utilizing a series of social engineering methods to get past security.
Social engineering
and
methods. That
cause
was good.
whatever improper access that he was attempting to make. Thankfully, myself and Officer Hunter were on scene and easily recognized this. But if he was not immediately caught and detained, imagine what access he could have had he gone into the evidence locker.
True, actually.
Your Honor, the
Can you
state
imagine?
has all the burden it needs.
Jack,
It
could
has
you
all the
imagine I got to the
in
evidence locker and I stole a
ready
bunch
for
of
your
shit?
review, ready for your perusal. The defendant here has a great speechwriter. He's made many claims, but none hold water to this circumstance.
Okay. I'm ready to rule.
Wait, can you walk out and walk in though? Because it's not dramatic enough.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ricky.
Stop walking away. I'm trying to give you back your stupid money.
What money? What are you talking about, Tarts?
Tarts, are you taking money from Ricky?
No, he handed it to me. You got it.
Tart's taking money from Ricky in the
That's
middle
on
of the
record.
court case.
No.
That can't be money. That must be some tissues that he thought you needed.
I'm
Just money printed.
not gonna need them. Not gonna need them. Very confident right now.
Are all parties ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
The Los Santos Police Department today has pressed the aforementioned charges. Within this court
Your Honor,
case-
can you speak up a bit?
Within this court case, the only charge to be contested was impersonation of a government authority. So to start this, Mr. South will be found guilty of 1 times misdemeanor trespassing, 1 times possession of a firearm class 1, 1 times possession of meth 5 to 9, 1 times possession of marijuana 1 to 14, and 1 times possession of oxy 1 to 4. Now moving on to the impersonation of a government authority charge.
Okay.
Lost my burden. Hold on. Mr. South has made a few compelling arguments.
Oh my God, we lost. Chat.
First one being he's stating he did not have the intent
I'm guilty.
to deceive. However, when going through the burdens, he meets 2 of them. The first one was the defendant used a government uniform, badge, or any other identifiable markers of authority or verbally asserted their authority. In this, he wore a BCSO uniform, which made the cadet believe that he was, in fact, a police officer or a government uniform, a government employee. Now,
The
second,
badge, dude. The
the
badge. I
defendant's
wasn't even gonna put it
actions
on.
caused harm. He did not cause any harm or led to improper access to privileges, services, or information
Okay.
within the MRPD building. This wonderful building, we have locks on every single door within the reception hall is what I'll call it. Within the public lobby, you can go wherever you like, as none of that is restricted nor is it privileged. However, the moment you enter through one of the locked doors without permission, not only are you trespassing, however, you've gained access to a privileged area. Whenever we look at the witness statements given by 2 different cadets of the LSPD, you can see one of them directly stating that he was told by the individual, Mr. South, wearing a sheriff's uniform, that he was in fact ordering him to take him to the evidence room after receiving a complaint about him. Because of this matter, it shows that he used that to gain access to a privileged area. This can be shown by Mr. South within this courtroom actually admitting in front of us that he got through that locked door. Because of all of these reasons, I will be finding Mr. South guilty of all charges pressed against him, including impersonation of a government authority. This case, the court is adjourned. Do not hit me with that.
You son of a fucking bitch. Are you kidding me, Bill? I did everything
Thank
in my
you, Your Honor.
power. Everything in my power.
Yeah.
It was him. He did it.
Who's him? Are you gonna go tell the police who was with
cadet.
you?
Man with the one.
Get off me.
That's
Get off me.
assault and battery to me.
Yeah. Get off.
Don't kick him
God,
while he's down.
God.
It's messed up.
However, I will.
What? Oh, sir, he's beating. He's fighting. Sir, I want to press charges.
This is mutual combat at this point.
Sir, I want to press. Get over here.
This is mutual accepted combat at this point.
Yeah, you get like a pussy. Get over here. Get her. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't tase him. Don't
God.
tase him.
Don't tase me.
That makes
Don't-
it no longer
oh.
mutual combat. Oh shit.
Yeah, that's still. Yeah.
I didn't
Get
have
over here.
mutual combat because I was
Yeah,
not ready
yeah.
for this.
Yeah. Your Honor, I'd like to press charges.
You hit
Get
him
over, you
first.
think I'm done with you? Get over here. You're not going. Listen. You put that away. Oh God. Okay. I'm done.
All right. Ricky, please turn around.
Get over here just in case he decides to fight.
Ricky, you're
Ricky,
able.
Fuck, dude.
Oh.
Sorry. Oh, sir, he's beating me up.
Stay down.
Your Honor, did you see this?
Move away.
I was.
Kale, move away.
Yep.
I'm gonna start helping him to his feet before
Yeah,
No,
just.
I got him.
fully down.
Leave him alone.
I get him.